Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this road to 2000. This is going to be episode 344. So let's get down to it and see what happens today. Right, okay, cool. The white pieces, the black pieces, the white pieces. Okay, cool. So we develop and we go English. And we are just going to smash out these opening moves because we are so familiar with what we play now. And I guess it's worked enough that it got me to 1900. Currently 1899. Ooh, so that's fine. Maybe just contest that straight away. I don't think that's a bad move at all. Ah, cool. That's fine. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Now, I could drop back, but I think it's important I probably go forward and contest the middle. So I'm going to do that. Happy to keep the tension. D3. Bishop out potentially, although their bishop comes out. Castle. Okay, so we are going to take. See, the difference is here. If I take with this pawn can start pushing. If I take with this pawn one can push anyway. I think I'll take like this, but the other problem is if I take with this pawn, I've got 2 pawns in front of this bishop. If I take with this pawn, I could just push forward and this become active, but it allows them to push. The pros and the cons. But we don't want to say goodbye to that bishop at any cost because we want to keep it. That's part of the English as far as I'm concerned and as far as I'm aware. So we're going to keep it and castle. And it offers good protection as well once we castle kingside. So what's their plan? Okay. I'm going to castle straight away. Okay, now, could ask the question, because I think this could be a bit of a pawn situation. So, where are you going to go now? I mean, in terms of the center, that's pretty solid, so it's a little bit annoying, but I think we just try and cement it. I mean, maybe even this. Get the queen out. There we go. Easy, mate. Do you know what? It looks stupid, but I think why not give it a go? Because they're going to have to start pushing pawns like that. Right. That's not too bad. I'll take that. Now we're going to start coming in maybe this way. Or maybe just start pushing the pawns. Why not? We got... If they push and I take, they take. We're good. So they may get another item, another piece on the E file. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. And if I was to start pushing pawns, am I best doing this or this? Yeah, just go straight forward. Takes, takes, takes. Let's just get in there. Okay. Now, let's have a little look at this. If I was to push and they take, and I take. If I push and they push, I take, they take, I take. This becomes a little bit... Time to kind of get the rook involved a little bit. Okay, how do you proceed from here? Can I start pushing? Push, takes, takes. I think I need to get my rook. Interesting position. I've got to move the bishop out of the way somewhere, so I'm going to move it here for the time being, just so things are a little bit more connected. Do we just jump in? Takes, 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 takes. I think that could be quite dangerous for me. I'm gonna jump in. This is just what I can't calculate now in this position here. I've tried to sort of work it out in my head. Takes, takes, takes. Queen can easily come in and defend. Maybe bring the other rook in. So I just, you know what I mean? You just get lost after so many moves. Okay. Oh, we've got to ask yourself, why has the queen come forward in such an aggressive manner? And if I push, that's bad because I don't want this diagonal. I'm just going to move my king right into the corner. I can't quite see what's going on. If they take and I take, do I just take? No, I think that just gives them a really nice looking bishop. I think that would be a big mistake. And I also think if they take, I don't take with the pawn. What? What in the... What's that about? Okay. I'm going to start pushing these pawns maybe. I don't know why they've done that. And again, I can't take. Maybe get this up and try to double up. Can I jump in here? Target this. Okay. That's not happening. Maybe just... jump in here, I guess. I want to stay close to the action. And also if they take, I take. Queen looks after this pawn. Bring the rook in. I'm waiting for something to happen. Well, okay, that's almost like a move for me. I didn't quite know what was going on. So, just turn my phone on silent. Right, okay, cool. So, maybe time to bring the other rook in the game. I think they probably come back. Yeah, so if we push now, they take, we take. Push, takes, takes, hitting the queen. Say they take, we take, they take, we take, they take. Like, this is doing nothing here. Absolutely nothing. I'm going to try and contest over here because this is absolutely useless at the moment. This is just going to be a game of the pawn pushing, isn't it? Which is a skill in itself, you know, so you've got to... Okay, so now if they take, I have to kind of take. Otherwise, could be problems. So let's just figure this out now. Jump up, take, take. It just hangs the pawn. I've got to come back. Yeah, so queen comes back. It's just a horrible game, isn't it? I don't know how it's happened. And if I take again, it just gives them this. So take. Do they take back though? Takes. Takes, takes, takes. I'm not sure. I really don't quite know. If I jump forward, they take, we take. Do you know what? We're going for something else. Why not? Got to try something. push, takes, takes, takes. Okay, we're going to take, and if they take, I think we then push. Yeah, because you don't want to lose your queen, and you don't want to lose the bishop for a pawn. Now their queen's in trouble. And then this potential fork comes. They're looking at that pawn. Looking at the fork. They can hit my queen. But I think things come off the board quicker. Wow. Okay, this gets a bit interesting because I want to jump in and target stuff. If they go back, jump in here. If rook comes over, we take. Hang on. Yeah, so they do that. Kind of wasn't expecting that. So now if I jump in here, let's just figure this out again. Jump in here. And they hit me, I can take. And if they take, yeah, let's just do this, why not? One more time. Takes, 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 covered. I've got a feeling they might just take, I take, queen runs away. We want to nick a pawn. And then they start going for this. King's mightily exposed, so I've got to be really cautious here. I mean, I think in this situation, very good. I think that's a good move, you know. I think that's a really good move. Just drop back, protect the king. Jump in here. Looking at the rook. I've got a feeling they just come in here, protect the pawn. I take. They take. I jump in. I'm going to take that. These are a problem though, massive problem. I don't think this is too much of an issue because there's no check here. Yet. Okay, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna come back. Gonna come back. Oh my gosh, right. They have to push that one if anything. Should maybe, mate, do you know what? Rook E1. Looking at this, and if they push forward, then obviously that. Donut, Jamie. Donut. Okay. I think we just jump forward. Protect. Got a problem now. That's coming in, isn't it? Is that risky though? If they jump in and I take, then this, they take, but then I've got, oh, what the heck? That's a good move. That's a good move. Should keep this here. Is that a good move? Takes, jumps in. What in the freaking hell was that? I'll just take, don't I? Bishops looking at each other, queens looking at each other. Maybe they take, check, queen in. Protects. Mm-mm. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I do not care. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm taking it. I'm definitely taking it. Which is actually a new peak. It's a new peak. It's a new peak by 1 point. Yeah. Okay, cool. Look, I'll take it. I thought in a game that was really kind of closed off, and at one point I thought, shall I just go for a perpetual with the bishop moving back and forth? But I didn't, and I waited for the opportunity. I was patient. Time was getting the best of me a little bit. In fact, you know what? I played with 82. They played with 83, I think. Hang on, let me just go back. I played with 82.4. They played with 83. No blunders. It was, do you know what I mean? It was fairly solid. And then it was just about moving pawns. Okay, so this is always interesting. This is something I've been trying to sort of work on in terms of, there's games in chess.com where you can practice endings, you can practice pawn formations and stuff. So I work on that from time to time. Okay, yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to do here. And we kept on sort of juggling around the pieces. So they've got an advantage here. I mean, only a little bit, but it's an advantage. And yeah, we realized if we take this pawn here and then they take back, this pawn was covering this square on c5, which was important. Because at the moment, if I go forward here and they take, I can take and say they take, I take, they take, I take, queen ends up taking. So that wasn't going to work unless we got rid of that pawn. When it goes, we've got a chance. We're in there. Now we've got the advantage. Have to do that, really? It's not a bad move. Common idea. Listen, computer likes it. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, there's a time and a place for trading, and I think in this moment in time, it was fair enough. Yeah, I didn't realize that they could just. Okay, it wants that. Wow. I was a bit worried here. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it likes that. I get it as well. Just moves it into a much better place. Doesn't like it. Weird, isn't it? From 0.3 to 2.5. Who would have thought? I mean, okay, just stops them. I thought that was a good move as well. Hitting both pieces. They defend like so. I like that. And that's a bad move because we can just do that. And then from here, I felt pretty comfortable because we knew that we could just get the rook across, exchange. We knew we were going to lose some pawns, but that pawn on b4 could always be protected as well. Yeah, I wouldn't have played that though. I was always going to come around the top. Okay, so from here, okay, yeah, go back. And then it's just, it gets a bit silly here, but hey ho, we win on time, and that's part of the game, isn't it? Listen, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care. See you all later. Bye bye.